The best, the best, the best.
The best, the best, the best, the best, the best, the best, the
Stop. I'm talking about the Gumball episode. You know, the one that rustled a lot of people's jimmies. Is there a boundary that this show won't cross? I guess not. Don't be mistaken, this is not a full-fledged review. That's gonna be later in the future. Rather, this is just me giving my input on an ongoing discourse that this episode started. But if you want the short version, I thought it was pretty good. I thought it handled its subject matter pretty well, and I'll explain why. So the subject matter in question is social justice activism. Contrary to what you guys might or might not think about me, I have no problem with social justice. I even think it's a noble thing to pursue. It's just that there's this stigma on how social justice is achieved. A stigma that I quite frankly understand. It's one of those cases where one bad apple spoils the entire bunch. For every person who genuinely, rationally wants to pursue social justice, you have, what is it? 100 nutcases who irrationally, destructively pursue social justice. And wouldn't you know it, when that 30-second preview showed on social media, everyone across the internet exploded. By and large, reception towards this 30-second scene and the episode itself has been positive. But of course, there is a handful of people who are, well, incensed. Based off of at least what I've gathered, it would seem that the issue that people have with this episode is the shallowness of its handling of the subject matter. That by making Gumball a straw man, it undermines the message that the episode is trying to push. And you know what? I can understand. Representation in the media is its own commodity, and being misrepresented is not a pleasant thing. But to me, the way this episode plays out, for the most part, works. While people take issue with Gumball being the straw man here, I have no problem with it. As a character, Gumball was not designed to be better than everyone else. He was not designed to be high and mighty.
Maybe you should check your privilege!
I just meant that eating too much processed food is a big factor in weight gain and
What? Big people shouldn't be proud of who they are?
No, of course not. I mean, ask your doctor and he will tell you.
He? Why would you assume the doctor is he? Is it because you assume a woman can't be a doctor?
Sure, Gumball lives in a fantastical universe and he himself has fantastical qualities to him, but at the end of the day, he is still a relatable character. He was meant to be an accurate, resonant analogy to childhood, not an ideal, unattainable vision of what childhood should be. If Gumball was some kind of messianic figure, he would be much less likable. Matter of fact, he wouldn't be likable at all because there would be nothing about him that you could latch onto. And having Gumball exaggeratedly and misguidedly advocating for social justice befits his character. By making him a straw man, and Carmen well-meaning but still imperfect, the episode is able to effectively convey its message. A message that, in and of itself, is quite timely and noble. That it is indeed possible to advocate for social justice in a healthy and constructive manner.
I have studied the martial ways of the social justice warrior. Fight me in an argument if you dare. Perish under the sword of my self-righteousness.
But Gumball, exploiting those powers to win some petty argument will just hurt the cause of the people who really need our help.
Wait, no! My powers!
So to summarize, I didn't think that the commentary in this episode was shallow. You want an episode with shallow commentary? Take a look at the most recent episode, The Worst. That is an example of stereotypical, paint by numbers, and just plain lazy social commentary. As for the best, is it the best, no pun intended, social commentary that the show has ever done? No. Is it a competent social commentary? Yes it is, but really, if you ask me, I'm more surprised that it took the writers this long to make an episode like this. And just as importantly, knowing that Gumball is still capable of pumping out such level of quality makes me confident that it'll end on a high note. And that is the one thing I want for this show, more than anything else.